Welcome back. I'm Mr. Smith reading the Superteacher Project by Korman. Today is chapter 10. Last chapter, we had Mr. Adak coaching field hockey, and he's demonstrating for the girls, and he shoots a little too far and breaks Mr. Perkins' windshield. So, chapter 10 here. We're on Nathan Popova. Oliver punches in the code, and I watch his garage door slowly rise off the concrete floor. What do you think? He asks proudly. A big wheel sits in the middle of the garage, the girl kind, pink and lavender with some white, and it has multicolored streamers coming out of the handlebars and the back of the seat. I frown at him. What are we supposed to do with that? He beams. We're going to change history at our school. When you've been friends with Oliver for as long as I have, you get used to the big talk. In kindergarten, when we poured the milk for snack time into the finger paint, he called it cowification. Last year, he spent half of sixth grade wishing everybody a very loud greetings because hi wasn't good enough. He's kind of larger than life, so when I hear change history, I don't take it too seriously. It's just Oliver being Oliver. Change history how? We're rule wreckers, he shrugs, and it's time to take down the great grandfather of all dumb rules. That's when it comes to me. Not the big wheel thing. He nods, and I can see all the excitement in his eyes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ride this big wheel up and down the main hall, and the whole school is gonna see me. My Oliver alert kicks in. Not a full alarm yet, but a steady beep. Seems to me we're already in detention because of that prank with the cars. How do you think we're gonna get away with this one? Easy. I'll do it when nobody else is around. You'll shoot it on your phone and post it into the 7th grade chat. Teachers can go, Teachers can get on the 7th grade chat too, you know. They'll see your face, and that'll be the end of it. You'll get expelled, and me too, because who else would let you talk them into shooting the video? They won't recognize us, he declares triumphantly. We'll be wearing masks. Oh, sure. Like a guy in a mask can just waltz past security into a school, I snort. That's not going to be a problem. His eyes light up the way they always do when he's figured something out. Because we're going to do this one on the night that everyone is wearing a mask. And when's that? Halloween. They'll be letting people into the school to go to the dance. But since everyone will be in the gym, the hallways will be empty. We can film to our heart's content. The Oliver volume level starts to swell to a deafening horn. It's so loud all I can say is, wow. I know, right? Simple yet brilliant. Tell you what, I'll even give you a turn on the big wheel. The weird part is, I know I'm going to do it. I hear the Oliver alerts, but for some reason, I never listen to them, even though I totally get that we're headed for disaster. There's just something irresistible about the guy. Sooner or later, I'll be in just like I was in for the cars and for the fire in the hole and all those other pranks dating all the way back to that milk in the finger paint. When the milk went sour, our classroom stank, and nobody could figure out why. But I listened to Oliver, and I kept my mouth shut, even when the school called in an exterminator because they thought there might be a dead raccoon in the walls. We were 5 years old, but nothing was different. Rules were made to be wrecked. The whole week leading up to the Halloween dance, the excitement growing inside Oliver threatens to lift his feet off the ground, carrying him away. For him, the only thing better than the perfect prank is the anticipation. Even when we're sitting in detention, I'll look over and I'll see him smiling. In his mind, he's already on that big wheel, tearing up and down the school. Also, he's constantly whispering in my ear, fine tuning the plan. It's hard to understand whisperings during a full blown Oliver alert. Have you figured out what your other costume's gonna be? He hisses. I check to make sure that Mr. Adak's on the far side of the room, out of earshot. Other costume? I thought we were both going as Grim Reapers. Why do I need another costume? He's way ahead of me, as usual. If we wear our Grim Reaper suits on the big wheel, everyone's gonna know that it's us. We need two costumes, one for the dance and one for the video. I'm not changing clothes in the middle of the school, I protest. The only thing worse than getting expelled is getting expelled in your underwear. He shakes his head. The Reaper robes go over the other outfit, so when we're ready to film, we'll throw off number one and we'll already be wearing costume number two. I'd go with something tight for the inner layer. I've got a Batman suit from 5th grade that might still fit. We'll check out your closet after school. I clam up because Mr. Adak's coming our way. Stinky Newhouse throws out a line. What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. Mr. Adak spits back. They smile at each other and they bump fists. Detention sure is different now that the new teacher is running things. It used to have a solemn atmosphere where the lawbreakers of the school went to be punished for their crimes. But now it just turned into a game of Stump Mr. Adak, who seems to have memorized every single song lyric in history. It started with Stinky in the rap songs, but now kids grill him with lines from pop, rock, country music, heavy metal, reggae, pop, punk, show tunes, and alternative music now. Mr. Adak always has the answer. Even Oliver got in on the action. Last night he spent an hour memorizing part of an opera that's all German. Without even missing a beat, Mr. Adak rattled off what comes next. At least I'm guessing that's what it was. I don't speak German. Mr. Perkins is pretty salty about the whole thing. I don't think he loves it when Mr. Adak has jobs beyond being his supervising teacher. He doesn't like it that Mr. Adak is coaching girls field hockey either. What he really hates is when there's a conflict between the two and he has to cover detention. That's not my job, I hear him complaining to Principal Candiotti. Seems to me student teachers learn to be real teachers by doing teacher things. If that's not his job, then what is? That guy's way too cranky to be a teacher. He needs a career more suited to his personality, like professional hermit, or the person in every neighborhood who tells the kids to get off their lawn. The day of the Halloween dance isn't much of a school day because most classes are working on last minute decorations for the gym. The teachers aren't thrilled about it, but the PTA ran out of money, so we have to improvise. Nobody sold those gross flax bars that were supposed to be the big fundraiser, which means everything we can't afford to buy, we have to make ourselves. It isn't going to look very slick, but the DJ would not cut his price, so the entire budget's going to him. Even Detention gets in on the action. We spend the hour cutting out stencils of pumpkins, witches, and black cats, and making black paper chains with some orange. Why are we doing this? Stinky complains, as 5 of the 8 legs drop out of his stenciled spider. What's it for? For the dance, supplies Mia, who spends almost as much time in detention as Stinky does, due to chronic lateness. What dance? The Halloween dance, Oliver tells him. Stinky's mystified. And when's that? Tonight, Mia explodes. That's why we don't call it the Groundhog Day dance, Oliver adds. Because it isn't Groundhog's Day. It's Halloween. Well, I'm not going to any dance, Stinky grumbles. Why not? Puts in Mr. Adak. It's stupid. A dance is a social gathering, Mr. Adak lectures. It can neither be smart nor stupid. There's going to be a DJ, Mia adds. You like music, don't you? I don't have a costume, Stinky mutters. Just drawing a fake mustache with magic marker, Oliver tells him. You don't want to miss this. The place is going to be on the wheels. I almost break my neck whipping my head around to glare at him. My Oliver alert just blaring. We're doing something so against the rules that our next stretch in detention could be 100 years, and here he is dropping hints in front of the teacher. Oliver winks at me, and I don't wink back.